Hello folks, I'm getting to the final few chapters of this first draft, and that's when I tend to find that my daily word count starts to drastically go down. Why? Well, up to now I've been getting ideas down on the page, putting my characters into tricky situations, giving them terrible dilemmas, and they've all made choices with consequences, and it's all been driving the story forward. But sooner or later, that story has to end, and endings are hard. Just ask George R.R. Martin or J.J. Abrams or anyone who's had to wrap up a story with a neat little bow. So the creativity brakes tend to start screeching as you realise that you just can't keep piling on story. If you see my previous videos, you'll know I'm big on using theme as story fuel, and that's definitely worked for this first draft. Having a thematic argument has really helped give me focus on how to make scenes work, and I've never found myself stuck or blocked. And just for reference, my thematic argument for this story is, are we better off working alone or working with others? And I always like to pose it as a question. And I've enjoyed this as a thematic argument because there are times when it's worked for both my protagonist, antagonist, and all the supporting characters. But the problem with a thematic argument is that you have to resolve it. That doesn't mean you should come down hard on one side or the other. Ideally, what you want for your resolution is some kind of synthesis. So if you think of your protagonist as the thesis of your argument, they stand for this thing here, and your antagonist represents the antithesis over here, then your ending should resolve into a synthesis of both, or something new and unexpected. And that's what makes for a satisfying ending. Think of The Godfather. So argument is, can Michael be part of a crime family and maintain his moral high ground? Well, Michael starts the story essentially disowning his family, but the family's business tests him, and by the end he's running the family the way he wants it run, but he's also defending it with violence by ordering hits on the other families. A synthesis of ideas there. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Can a grave robber prove himself worthy of a great prize? Indy starts the film dismissing the Ark as superstitious nonsense, but by the end, his growing understanding and belief in its power is what saves him and Marion. And don't come at me with that Big Bang Theory crap about Indy not affecting the outcome of Raiders. Those people are confusing plot with story and are completely missing the point. Finding Nemo. Marlin, the overprotective father. He crosses a dangerous ocean and finds himself proven right again and again. Yes, the ocean is a dangerous place, but he realises that he has to let his son save Dory. Pixar, frankly, are masters at this kind of thematic storytelling. Take the time to watch a few Pixar making of videos and you'll get all this good stuff in great detail. This thesis, antithesis stuff is all horribly simplistic, of course, and easier said than done, but keeping this in mind as I write these last few chapters has really helped me figure out how to bring my story train to a stop and keep it on the rails, and hopefully give the reader a really satisfying ending. Of course, the tracks behind me are a complete disaster, but hey, that's what rewrites are for. Okay, until next time, happy writing.